Well, this is it, the one and only race here at Oulton Park. The weather unpredictable. There's an enormous black cloud over there as they form up 12 laps of this 2.7 mile circuit. Anything could happen with the weather, we just don't know, but I guess looking at tyre choices, it's going to be pretty much slicks. The defending champions down there, Ricky Stevens and Ryan Charlwood, are lining up on row 2. We're actually standing in between rows 2 and the first row. We're expecting Andy Peach and Charlie Richardson to line up in pole position. Here comes Tim Reeves and Greg Clues, already with a lead in the World Championship, having won at Le Mans. They are on the bellowing cross-plane Yamaha, courtesy of Team E8 Motorsport and Ramsey Racing. Tim and Greg then have been pipped to pole position by Andy Peach and Charlie Richardson, who will be making their way through. Keep your fingers crossed for the weather. There is Andy Peach and Charlie Richardson, a blinding pole position, 1.3 seconds faster than Tim Reeves. They did it on the last lap of qualifying. Chris Walker and Ashley Hawes. Ashley still wearing his number 57 leathers from the Tony Brown era in 2015. Sadly, Tony Brown not competing this year, as indeed we've got Hegarty absent as well, but we will be seeing Sean Hegarty and James Neve. Roger Lovelock, old faithful Roger Lovelock, not competing this year due to financial reasons, but we wish him well, hope he's back. Away we go then, and 12 laps of this Oulton Park, and a cracking start by Andy Peach, but immediately into Old Hall goes Tim Reeves and Greg Clues on that bellowing Yamaha. They're away, they've got a misfire still with it, but it's not slowing them down as they go down to the left-hander of Cascades. We're at Cascades. Ricky Stevens, Ryan Charlwood, there's Chris Walker, a tentative start for Chris Walker. That little red and yellow number 26, Stephen Matty Ramsden from Hebden Bridge on one of the 600 F2 outfits. There, the Virtuals on the white 16 long chassis 600cc CBR 600 Honda. A good ride as well in qualifying from Rupert Archer. Rupert Archer there on the Hannafin, number 70, Rupert Archer and Steve Thomas. We're on board with Steve and Matty Ramsden now on their short LCR F2. They acquitted themselves very well in qualifying, and they are right mid-pack. Just look at them getting shuffled over the hairpin there, over Hilltop. Reeves down the other side, Peach and Richardson. John Holden and Stuart Ramsey there on the blue and white number 99 outfit. There they go. There goes Gary Bryan. There goes Chris Walker. 3 Santander Salt outfits in the vivid blue, the difference being the colour of the nose cone, peach with orange, as you can see. There's Gary Bryan, number 44 with the red, and here's Chris Walker, number 9 with the yellow. Number 5 there behind Walker, Rob Biggs and Ben Ransley, 2 young guys who've teamed up for 2016, and Rob Biggs now recovered from his long-standing leg and ankle injury of last season, but he's got an electronic gear shift because he can't really move his foot freely. Martin Kirk and Ben Hughes flying through on that distinctive yellow underneath Stephen Matty Ramsden. There, number 70, Rupert Archer, a much slimmer, a lightweight Rupert Archer with Steve Thomas. He's serious about this year. Look at Walker, let's watch the Stalker's style then. Ashley Hawes met Chris for the first time on Saturday. They've known each other 48 hours, and here they are racing at Oulton Park in the first round of the Hyundai Heavy Industries British Sidecar Championship. They are right on the back of Matt McLaurin and Adi Hope, number 25, who for this year have got the Blue Machinery sponsorship, previously enjoyed by Ben Bygrave, who sadly is not competing either. Up the inside goes Chris Walker, then at the Shell Oils hairpin, through on the inside. Let's see how steady the Stalker is. Down towards the Britain chicane. Britain chicane ahead of him. He's at it now, flicking through the chicane. Walker then dispatching Matt McLaurin, who was a former Bemsey champion, so he's no slouch. Matt McLaurin and Adi Hope, but Chris Walker is by them. Still in 3rd place, the reigning champions, Ricky Stevens and Ryan Charlwood, on board with the Ramsden father and son team, coming down to the chicane. Through goes the Suzuki of the number 72, Pete Bounds and Jevon Walmsley from Knutsford. They will have locked horns with the Ramsdens many, many times in F2 races, and here they are in the Premier Championship doing it for real. Look at this then. Ricky Stevens, Ryan Charwood ahead of a very determined John Holden, with Stuart Ramsey formerly teamed up with Janusz Remsi. Oh, out of the running, that's Gary Bryan, the number 44, no passenger. So, JB Wynn must have bailed out. Certainly, no passenger there. Well, that's it, Gary Bryan's race is over. Meanwhile, the Birchells ahead of Rupert Archer, who's now locked in a battle with Chris Walker, who's charging up through the field. Matt McLaurin's going backwards. Pete Pound, 72. Steve Ramsden then, sounds like a bit of a misfire as he goes into Old Hall, and looking, open shot. There's a problem here for the Ramsdens. Getting it off the racing line, onto the grass. It's a retirement then for them. That's a shame. There's a terrific scrap going on for 6th and 7th places between Rupert Archer, Steve Thomas, as I say, the new slim look Rupert Archer, who came into this championship after being such a hard charger at Bemsey, came into this championship and has now really got himself in shape for 2016, and it shows. Look how quick he is, right with him though, chasing him down. The new kid on the block, Chris Walker with Ashley Hawes, 2012 world champion, keeping down. And look at Andy Peach then, getting passed by the reigning champion. Andy Peach and Charlie Richardson now have let Ricky Stevens and Ryan Charwood through, but now charging along the straight. Peach having a look, going into Old Hall. Is there a way through here? This is where last year they had a bit of a coming together. Don't want that to happen again. Back with this battle then for 6th place. Is Chris Walker going to find a way past here? But I can tell you what, he's going to learn an awful lot by following Rupert Archer in terms of lines, trackcraft and technique. The distinctive Arai helmets of Chris Walker, that's become his trademark actually, the Chris Walker limited edition Arai. And how good does that look? Easy for commentators to pick them out, the yellow and vivid orange flashes there. Head down then for Walker on that beautifully prepared Santander Salt Kawasaki. John Cable is the spanner man in the pits doing the business for Chris. Rupert Archer, conversely, does most of it himself, although he does have 2 very accomplished mechanics helping out as well. A very impressive Hannafin truck and awning, another one of those big awnings in the paddock this year. Walker occupying one with 3 sidecar outfits in the Santander Salt team. Spit of flame from Archer Suzuki. Is he going to stay in front of Chris? Well, I'm sure as eggs is eggs, he's going to. He's got the latest Suzuki power and it's strong. Here's Ricky Stevens then, chasing down race leaders, almost forgotten how far out in front Tim Reeves is at the moment. But it's closing now, the battle between John Holden and Andy Peach. Looks like Andy Peach is slipping back into the clutches of John Holden and Stuart Ramsey on the Barnes Silicon Engineering, Barnes Racing Suzuki, the ex-Benny Stroyer Suzuki in actual fact, that John Holden is on. LCR chassis, everybody on LCR chassis with one exception. The Frenchman Philippe Gallet is racing a Colin Nicholson RCN. Look at that on the inside. John Holden then going through into the Shell Oils hairpin, making it stick. So at the hairpin, up to 3rd then goes John Holden. Andy Peach losing ground here. Is there a problem for the Kentish man? Andy Peach, Charlie Richardson would be looking to win this championship in 2016. L&W contractors, Dave Walton pouring an immense amount of money into that outfit to make it go. Walker is closer now on the back of Rupert Archer, still shadowing him though. Chris Walker on lap 9 of 12 of this 2.7 mile circuit with 6 left-handers, 11 right-handers, 17 bends in all, and speeds, well, in certain places, speeds approaching 150 miles an hour over the start-finish line. Out of the chicane they go. Powering away over Hilltop, then down towards Hiz's chicane. They're at it now. Oh, Rupert Archer ran wide. He ran wide, almost on the curb. Left his braking very late, and the stalker was nearly in. He saw the opportunity there. Chris Walker said that he's so amazed at how late these guys can brake. He's just getting the hang of it. Clay Hill up towards Druids. Druids then, the right-hander here. third gear around here, driving hard, and then onto the undulating part of the circuit under the bridge. Into the pits, Andy Peach with a retirement. Mechanical problem, I guess. I can only think that it can be a mechanical problem. Charlie Richardson not looking terribly happy. Mate, is there a clue there? Is there something amiss, possibly with the passenger, maybe with Andy's arm? We don't know. But it's a retirement. Peach is out of it. That's moved this pair up, so the battle you're now watching is for 5th place. And this is a remarkable effort by Rupert Archer, and I have to say an even more remarkable effort by Chris Walker in his very first sidecar race. And just look how polished, how smooth he looks. Getting bumped around in there, was a bit disconcerted in practice and qualifying because he said the front end shook so much. Well, Andy Peach had a word with him and said, don't worry mate, they all do that. They all do that. That's part and parcel of sidecar racing. You will get the hang of it. But having said that, they were working till 10 o'clock at night with the Birchells trying to sort out the steering geometry on the front end. 2nd place then for the reigning champions. This is a good start to their title defence as they go up and over Deer Leap. Tim Reeves already leading the World Championship after a brilliant 25-point victory at Le Mans in the first round, has got that Yamaha sorted. You have to be trackside to hear the thing. Martin Kirk and Ben Hughes, number 58 from the Midlands. There's your 3rd place man, John Holden and Stuart Ramsey. And John Holden really showed what he was capable of towards the end of the 2015 season, because he just got stronger and stronger and stronger. He'll be using Andy Winkle for his Rhodes TT campaign, and Stuart Ramsey, of course, his short circuit passenger, and what a job he is doing. Chris Walker then behind Rupert Archer and Steve Thomas on the final lap for them. Archer keeping it nailed as they go into Old Hall for the final time. Reeves is already out in front to the tune of about 30 seconds ahead of these guys now, and that's very approximate, I can tell you. But what a great, great baptism of fire it's been for Chris Walker, now running a very successful Kawasaki dealership in Grantham in Lincolnshire, and celebrated just 1 year of trading last weekend. So 1st birthday at the bike shop and a debut at Oulton Park. There though, a flawless performance almost from the lights, or the flag to the lights, or the lights to the flag, put it whichever way you like. Tim Reeves and Greg Clues dominant here. So at Oulton Park they go away leading not just the World Championship but the British Championship. Defending champions, runner-up spot will do very nicely, thank you very much. Blackstock and Rosney finishing a lap down, number 95. 3rd place, John Holden and Stuart Ramsey for Barnes Racing Silicon Engineering, and a fantastic 4th for the Birchells on a 600 Honda. Not that far behind either. It's going to be 6th for Chris Walker because he failed to nail Rupert Archer. But my guess is it's only a matter of time before we see Chris well and truly at the sharp end. Some debut. Ashley Hall's thrilled to bits, and I can tell you folks, the crowd here has stayed to the end, waving everybody home on the slowdown lap. Tim Reeves then 77 for Team E8 Motorsport and Ramsey Racing, winner here at Oulton Park. Let's have it, there it is, confirmed. Reeves and Clues, Stevens, Charwood, Holden, first of the C, that means Cup. The 600s, the Birchells, well clear of Founds and Walmsley there in 9th, but Archer and Thomas held off Walker and Hawes. Horsepole and Connell, brilliant for them. Biggs and Ramsley, how happy will they be? An absolutely terrific one race here at Oulton Park. The next round, of course, is Brands Hatch, where we have 2.